not called a kafir, and he used to kill Muslims. So since they didn't make takfir and Hajjaj, and he used to kill Muslims, then when the leaders kill Muslims, they are still Muslims. First of all, some scholars, some Sahabas pronounce Hajjaj a kafir. Okay? For example, Abdullah ibn Zubair pronounced Hajjaj ibn Yusuf al-Thaqafi a kafir. So for you to say they didn't make takfir, that's a lie. Some Sahabas did it. Secondly, you cannot compare the leaders of today with Hajjaj, because Hajjaj implemented the Sharia. Thirdly, Hajjaj did jihad. Hajjaj, his army went as far as India. He did jihad. So since Hajjaj did jihad, he implemented the Sharia, he didn't take kafirs for his friends, you cannot compare him to the leaders of today. Fourthly, when Hajjaj killed people, he didn't kill them because they wanted the Sharia. He killed them because they were about to overthrow him. So he killed them for personal reasons, not for Islamic reasons. Fifth evidence to refute them, when Umar ibn Abdulaziz was asked about Hajjaj, he said if all the prophets before Muhammad should bring forward their evil and corrupted people, their terrorists, and we should bring Hajjaj, we would win the competition. So you claim that you are following the pious predecessors, and you are following the Sunnah of Hajjaj. And Umar ibn Abdulaziz said if we should compete with the other prophets that came before Muhammad to see who had the wickedest man in their ummah, Hajjaj would be the wickedest, we would win the competition. So you are not following the pious predecessors, you are following Hajjaj, who was branded as a kafir by some Sahabas, and who Umar ibn Abdulaziz said was the wickedest man to walk earth. So how can you claim that you're following the pious predecessors? They have a lot of Jewish traits. I will mention about 13 Jewish traits they have, so they are the Yahud of the Ummah. The Saudi salafis, they are the Yahud of the Ummah. The first Jewish trait, they believe in a part of the book, and they reject another part. And this is why they do not believe in Tawhid Hakimiyya. The second Jewish trait, they mix truth with falsehood. So when they write a book, they quote strong hadith. That's the truth. So where's the falsehood? The explanation. They give dodgy, wrong explanations to the hadith. The third Jewish trait, they hide knowledge. They hide knowledge. So when their scholars write books on Tawheed, they don't mention Tawheed al-Hakimiyya. When their scholars write books on Shirk, they don't mention the Shirk of dumping the Sharia. They hide knowledge, which is a Jewish quality. The fourth Jewish trait, they take their scholars as lords beside Allah. So the Jews used to follow their scholars. In Tawbah 31, Allah said, اتَّخَذُوا أَحْبَارَهُمْ وَرُهْبَانَهُمْ أَرْبَابًا مِنْ دُونِ اللَّهِ. They have taken their priests and rabbis as Lord instead of Allah. These are the Jews. The Salafis, they take their priests and rabbis as Lord instead of Allah, because when they make haram halal and halal haram, they follow them. The fifth Jewish trait, they claim paradise for themselves. They claim that paradise is exclusive to them, and I've quoted to you, I've shown you the book where they said it is paradise is for them, and this is the book, An Introduction to the Salafi Dawah, page 2. And the Jews said, we are the chosen people of Allah, paradise is exclusive to us. And another Jewish trait, they do not practice al-amr bil ma'ruf wa nahy anil munkar. They do not enjoin the right and forbid the wrong. So the Salafis said that if you enjoin the right and forbid the wrong, you are creating fitna. So what is their definition of fitna? Their definition of fitna is for you to enjoin the right and forbid the wrong. So if you expose the scholars, if you expose the leaders, the evil leaders, the kafir leaders, like how Safar Hawal and Salman al-Awla did it, they pronounced you a Khawarij, a Mubtadi, and you are a Fattan, you are creating fitna. So they said to enjoin the right and forbid the wrong, meaning you are creating confusion. And the Jews, they do not enjoin the right and forbid the wrong. This is why they were turned into apes and swines. Another quality that they have, which is exactly like the Jews, they pride themselves in dress. Isn't that so? So if you see a Jew in Brick Lane, you know he's a Jew because of his way of dress, because they want to look different from you. And the Salafis, they pride themselves in the way they dress, and they condemn you if your dress is too long, your trousers is too long. And their women, they make niqab fard upon other women, even though niqab is only a sunnah. And the Salafis I will explain, they oppress their wives the way Jews oppress their wives. And the Jews, they have honor killing. If the woman do anything wrong, they kill the woman. Jews have honor killing. Salafis, they stop their women from educating. They force them to wear niqab, and they stop them from driving cars. All these are examples of how they oppress women. Any hadith to give women freedom, liberation, and prestige, they say the hadith is weak. Every hadith to give a woman her freedom, her liberation, her honor, they said that hadith is a weak hadith. Another quality of theirs, the ninth, they show off with knowledge. So the Jews, they would go to the Prophet and said, tell me about the soul. What is the soul? Tell me about the people. When they go to paradise, what will be the first food for them? They like to show off with knowledge. Salafis, they like to show off with knowledge, so they'll come to you and say, where is Allah? Brother, where is Allah? And if you say Allah is everywhere, astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. How comes you are in Islam 10, 15 years and you don't know where Allah is? Allah is on His throne above the seven heavens. So the same way the Jews seek knowledge to show off, the Salafis, they seek knowledge to show off. They only accept the rich as their leaders. And the reason why they love King Fahd is because he's rich. So you find Salafis like Al-Muntada Salafis, the Salafis in Al-Muntada, Parsons Green, they make takfir on all the leaders except King Fahd because he's rich. And they are called Salafi Sururis. Salafi Sururis. They make takfir on all the leaders except Fahd because Fahd is rich. And the Jews, when Saul was chosen to be their king, they said, he become leader over us. He only has one mule. He can't lead us. We have hundreds of mules. He can't be our leader. So the Jews, for you to be a leader over them, you have to be rich. And the Salafis, for them to love you as a leader, you have to be rich. That's another Jewish trait they have. They broke the covenant with Allah. The Jews broke their covenant with Allah. Salafis break their covenant, and that is to establish the Islamic Sharia. The verdict on the Salafis, I've given you their descriptions, I've given you their aqidah, I will not give you the verdict. Salafis are major hypocrites. There is no difference between a Salafi and a disciple of Musaylima. Musaylima exchanged Sharia, and he had people who helped him, supported him, fought for him. Salafis, they will fight and kill for King Fahd, who dismantled the Sharia. There is absolutely no difference between a Salafi and a disciple of Musaylima. Therefore, you are not allowed to pray behind a Salafi. Your salah behind them is batil because they are major hypocrites. They are mega hypocrites. And now you know why I delayed the speech for 4 years, because I make sure you can handle the verdict when I deliver the verdict on you. They are major hypocrites. You are not allowed to pray behind them. How can they be true believers when they take sides with people who dismantle the Sharia and they sell their religion, they exchange their religion for money? The pump and glitter of the life of this world. And any woman who is married to a Salafi, she has to disassociate herself from him and make bara from him. How can she cohabit with a man who betrayed Allah Ta'ala, His Messenger, Al-Islam, and the Muslims? She should abhor such a man. Just to look in his face should make her feel upset and sick. So how can she cohabit with a man, marry that man, and cohabit with him? This is the verdict on the Salafis. They are major hypocrites. I will now pause and take questions. Any question?
Sheikh, I've noticed that the Salafis do discourage their members from reading the Quran. And they say that, yeah, it's for scholars. But what is the evidence, like, what evidence can you show them to prove that the Quran is for all Muslims to read and they should really know what's in it?
Allah said, we have made the Quran easy to remember. So if the Quran is easy to remember, it's also easy to understand. Because when you understand something, it means that you remember it. And another evidence is that there is no hadith where the Prophet said, this book should only be read by the elite of my ummah. That's a Jewish trait. The rabbis should explain the Torah and the Talmud. You, the layman, should not read the Talmud nor the Torah. So because the Salafis are the Yahud of the Ummah, they behave like Jews, they said only the elite, the scholar, should read the Quran. You, the layperson, should not. Babar, could you come and answer the question? Could you link up the other mic quickly?